All right. Good.
Ready whenever you're
ready. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. All right, my name is Pamela. Welcome to Chair Yoga. Thank you for those of you who had to be flexible last week. Right, that is life. But the good news is I'm completely fully vaccinated. Yay! So again, thank you guys for being flexible with using a recording instead of live. So make sure that your chair, if you're on a surface that might slip and slide, do make sure that you have a yoga mat underneath your chair, so you are excuse me, good and stable. If you have a yoga strap with you, or even just an old necktie or a belt from a robe, if you have that, it might be fun to play with your yoga strap or some kind of a belt this morning. So if you want to just take 1 second and go ahead and grab that and come back down. When you sit back down, do make sure that you're away from the back of your chair and that your pelvis is, your sacrum, your low back is slightly pushing back and your navel in, chin in. So take your time, grab that yoga strap. You don't need one. I'm not going to use one, but I will talk you through it. So when you're ready, you'll just come back to your seat. You'll plant those 4 corners of the feet onto the earth. So you just spread your toes really naturally and find a little connection, like you're kind of softly pushing into warm sand, right? The balls of the big toes, the pinky toes, the inner and outer spiral of the heels, kind of press them softly into the ground, kind of softly squeeze your inner thighs towards each other and pull your navel towards your spine, your chin in and the crown of the head to the sky. You might close down your eyes. And again, checking in with how you'd like to place your hands. Palms up gives you a little more energy, a little more vitality, if you will, and palms down helps to kind of calm the nervous system, ground you, and soften and settle you in. So if you've had too much caffeine this morning, maybe palms go down. You can explore with one down and one up and see what that feels like. And so we want to really always bring that permission to really feel into our practice, right? Yoga has so many physical and psychological and neurological benefits, right? But there is a larger component that the more and more we go through life, even during this pandemic, there's a lot of kind of checking out, right? Moving into autopilot, habit, routine. So if you've alternated your palms, if one palm is down and one palm is up, switch sides. And so our yoga practice helps to bring us into the present so we can really feel, right? Be inside our body, inside our mind. To keep us in this present moment helps to keep us in gratitude, helps to keep us, as I mentioned, as an active participant in our life, that we're not just spinning, right, with our gravitational pull. We are actually in control of our responses and of our health and well-being. 3 more breaths here. Good. And then ever so gently start to pick those shoulders all the way up to the ears. I want you to inhale. You can even create little fists. I want you to squeeze everything up. Keep inhaling until you absolutely have to exhale and let it go. We're gonna do that 3 more times, really slowly. Inhale, let everything creep up, even your belly, even your ribs, bring them all the way up, crunch, 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 all the way up until you can't take it any longer. And one more time, pull everything up, shrug those shoulders up towards the ears. Keep inhaling and hold to the top of the inhale. Keep squeezing, keep crunching until you absolutely have to let it go. Nice. Then we'll roll those shoulders, pick them up, roll them back. As you're rolling back, squeeze your scapula, squeeze your shoulder blades towards the spine and drop them down. Pick those shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze the shoulder blades, the elbows back towards each other, and then drop them down. 2 more big, slow shoulder rolls. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. Very nice. So drop your chin all the way down to your chest. Drop your chin to your chest, please. And then exhale deeply, side breath out. Maybe hold on to the front legs of your chair. Shoulders back, side breath out, look to your belly button. Stay here, but chin down, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. And then head, sorry, move the hair a little bit. Head will go slightly back. So I want you to feel as if your chin is in and you're holding a tennis ball, right, that you don't want to drop. Chin to chest, right? You maybe even take your fist and kind of feel that length there between, just place a fist on your chest and then let the index finger touch the bottom of your chin. Really relax the shoulders and then start to lift slowly that left arm out if it feels okay. If you have any shoulder projects, please don't do this. And then maybe you keep going and ground your sitting bones, pull your navel space back, kind of side bend. Imagine that you're draping over one of those big exercise balls as you let your body kind of drop down towards the right. Let those knees stay level with your hips. Don't let them roll over to the right with your torso. You might even bring your right rib cage forward and look up to your left elbow. If this doesn't feel good, bend your elbow. You want your arm up in the sky? Bend your elbow and kind of pat yourself on the back for showing up. Yay, you. All right. Left hand to the right shoulder blade, maybe look up. See how that feels. Now, our left side is open and long, right? Feeling the stretch, but the right side is contracted. So can you breathe, bring energy into that space from the hip to the rib cage, kind of fill in and try to get a little more length in the right side of the body. Slowly come on out. Pause, relax the shoulders. Good. Again, drop the chin to the chest, get all the way down, pull that navel to the spine, let gravity find that flexion, that roundness in your cervical spine. Try not to take the shoulders with you though. Try not to let the shoulders roll forward. Pull them slightly back, shoulder blades down. So you're kind of actively resisting, right, that pulling of the shoulders forward. Feel the stretch in the neck. Good, stay here, but roll that left ear to the left shoulder. Hold on to the legs of the chair. Same thing, chin in, feel that kind of gripping of the imaginary tennis ball. Side breath out to relax the shoulders away from your ears. Engage your core and see if you want to kind of push your hips isometrically to the right and slide a little bit down to the left, head back. Like maybe your right hand goes on your hip, or maybe your right arm goes out to the side. See how that feels in the head of the shoulder, bicep, neck, thoracic outlet. If it felt okay, you can lift the arm up, lift the ribs away from the hips, lift the ribs away from your hips, create some space, and then side bend. Again, maybe rotating that left rib cage slightly forward so you can look up. Your hand doesn't have to dangle in the sky, right? If this is no good on your shoulder or your neck, support your head with the back of your hand by bending your elbow, like a little tricep stretch. Sigh the breath out. And give yourself a little smile. Keep it friendly, keep it open. Really relax into the shape so you're softening any gripping, any tension that's happening in the muscles of the arm, the jaw, the shoulder. One more big breath. Pull that navel in, come on out. Ooh. Good. 3 shoulder rolls, backwards, backwards, like you're rowing a little rowboat. Yep, we're going to find a little bit of seated cat-cow here, so you can hold on to the chair. You can move back a little bit if you feel comfortable. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see. We're going to change our breath. So I want you to actually inhale, round the spine. So you're going to push your upper back away. Find the C curve, shoulders away from the ears though. And inhale. And then exhale, lift the heart, maybe look up to where your wall meets the ceiling or higher. And find that extension for the spine. Pull the belly back, still working with the sacrum. Round, inhale. And then exhale, rise. So we're just kind of going against the grain. Pattern interruption. Inhale, push back. Exhale, find your cow shape. So now I want you to go at your pace. Inhale, cat, right flexion. Exhale, extension, cow shape. Keep going. Your breath, your pace. Cat, cow, shoulders away from the ears. Pattern interruption. Doing something just ever so slightly different and something that you do familiarly. Really good for the brain, fires different neurons. 2 more. Cat and cow is 1. Good. And then when you find yourself back to neutral, if you scooch back, come back forward, and then walk those feet forward so your ankles are right underneath your knees. You're going to use your strap here. So if you have a yoga strap or a necktie or a belt of some kind, feel free to use that. You don't have to. I'm just going to use my hands. So I'm going to interlace my fingers underneath my right hamstring, so not below my knee. You can use your strap and come up real close. If you want to fold the strap in half, make it shorter, more manageable. Either way, belly of the muscle. So get into the center of that hamstring and push. I want you to push down. So my foot is hovering over the floor, but I'm not touching the ground. I'm really pulling my abs back, leaning slightly forward over my hips, not too much. And chin in, pushing down and pulling up simultaneously. Yeah, 1 more big breath here. And then we're going to extend, right? Extend that leg. So here, you might want to take your strap at the ball of your foot or the heel of your foot. So I'm just going to turn to the side a little bit so you can see my knee is slightly bent, and that's okay. I've got a pretty tight hamstring happening today. I'm still holding on to my hamstring, or I might walk out to my calf, or I might walk out to my foot. Wherever you are, check that you are nice and tall over your spine, right? So I'm not rounding in that cat pose just to reach for my foot, right? So don't sacrifice yourself for the pose. Maybe use your strap if you like. And now the sensation is this. I want us to kind of, again, push, pull, and press into the hands wherever you are. Right? So you're kind of pulling the hands back or the strap back as you're pushing forward, getting more and more length out of your stretch. Yeah. Good. And then you're just going to open out to the side. So if you wanted to, you could take your left arm out for counterbalance. And again, you're holding either at the calf or the hamstring, or both tail ends of your strap are in your right hand. Hand to foot pose, or big toe pose rather, big toe pose. And then you're going to bend that knee, bend that knee, bend that knee. And then wherever you are, so maybe it's just here, extend it out, bend the knee, bring your heel towards your other inner thigh, bend your knee. If you wish, if your body will let you, if it feels good, you're going to come right back all the way out to that full extension. We're just going to do 3 more pulses here, whether your knee stays fully bent or you extend totally up to your body. Relax the shoulders, try not to let them creep up. Nice. Good. And then you'll come back to center and then hold left hand to heel, right hand to right knee, and just kind of open up your hip, kind of rock side to side, and rock the baby. Do try to cross that midline. And then we're going to pause, bring that ankle on the thigh, and gently take your right hand to your right thigh. So right foot on the left thigh, maybe both hands on the thigh. Please avoid pressing onto your knee. There's a slight flex in my foot, but not so deep that I'm sickling that foot, right? Creating any unnecessary tension, gripping. Adjust. I can see I need to adjust. My left ankle still needs to stay underneath my right knee. So adjust as you need. Anchor down in those sitting bones and into your foot. And then you can stay here or chin in, hinge from the hip, right? Keep that tennis ball there. Don't let it drop. Hinge from the hip. Ooh, yeah. Start to feel that sensation in the front of your hip, maybe across your glutes, right? This is great stretch for any sciatic pain, any sciatic issues, piriformis syndrome, right? This is what we're doing, stretching piriformis, the back of our glute, and of course, opening up the hip. So while we're here, whether you're seated up nice and tall or you're hinging from your hip and bringing your rib cage towards your shin, right, wherever you want to go, can you slowly ankle crank? So just slowly roll your right foot, inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. It's a little awkward, but try. If you need to use your hand to help manipulate, that's fine. Don't rush this, or use your breath. And then you're going to roll the other way. Yes, juice up those joints. So good. Chin in, right? And then slowly, when you're ready, come on up. Take that foot down, assisted if you need to. Take your feet a little wider than the chair, hands onto the chair. Just roll your knees to the right, come center, roll your knees to the left. Can you look right and the knees go left? Center, knees go right, head goes left. If that feels good, shoulders away from the ears. One more set, right and left, please. Yum. Good. And so again, maybe grab your strap, double it up and place it at the belly of the left hamstring. Flex that left foot a little bit, push down and pull up simultaneously. So you start to activate all of this thoracic outlet, the neck, the head of the shoulder, the chest, the upper back. Breathe, right? Keep it friendly, maybe smile. Feel those lats, right? Feel that wonderful sensation of the scapula just sliding down your back. Maybe that's a good intention to work with for today, or a good metaphor today. Let it just slide off your back, right? Like a duck. Let everything just slide right off. Not a worry in the world today. How fortunate we are. Right? You've been able to be outside lately. What a gift we have, right, in this beautiful blue sky and wonderful weather. Not a care in the world, right? So slowly, maybe keep your strap where it is. Maybe keep your hands where they are, or walk your hands to your calf, or your strap to the ball or the heel of your foot. Check your posture. If you're leaning back, that's not where we want to be. If you're rounded in the upper back, that's not where we want to be. So if you're struggling to keep that tall spine, just back your hands up. Right? Look to the big toes if that leg is extended. Chin holding that wonderful magic tennis ball. Shoulders dropping away from the ears. Sigh the breath out. Little bend in your knee if you need it. So there's a wonderful phrase in the Yoga Sutras. In Sanskrit, I'll be as clear as I can be with the mask. It is Stiram Sukham Asanam. Like Stiram Sukham Asanam. And so basically it translates into finding ease where there is the opposite, right? Finding ease where there is tension. So not only in our yoga poses do we want to, right, so my lower back right now is kind of starting to like contract and my leg is feeling tight. So I want to breathe, right, as if I had lungs in that space or in my hamstring or in my fingers. Right? Wherever there's tension, can I find ease? It's a really great philosophy, right, to live by. Bend, bend, bend. Ooh, that knee, so you can drape the strap if you want to over your shoulders. You can even just put the strap on the ground. Right? And before we come into our figure 4, hold right hand to your foot, left hand to your knee, and then open and close, kind of rock the cradle, right? So it's a wonderful tool, right, which we can help find a little bit more joy and balance in our days, right? Things are going to come up all the time. Life is messy, right? Things happen. Murphy's Law, right? Whatever you want to call it. So slowly start to place that left ankle on your right thigh. Adjust your right leg so you are in alignment. Flex softly that left foot, chin in. Maybe add a little weight to your left thigh. Chin in. If you'd like to stay here, stay here. If you want to hinge, hinge, hinge. Again, don't lead with that chin. Please, chin in. Lift the ribs. Lead with your heart. Go slowly so you know and can feel your body. Yeah. I don't know if it was a message or slowly breathe into it, right? Wherever you want to take this stretch. Stiram Sukham Asanam. So where can we find ease throughout our day where there might be tension, right? So thinking about that in our daily actions, right? Noticing when we start to feel a resistance towards something or a dis-ease, right? Or a repulsion or a frustration. Can we stop ourselves and notice, right? Bring awareness, and recognize that this is our attitude in the present moment, and see if we can find the opposite. Use, tuck your chin in. I like to use the example because this happens to me all the time. I'm going to admit it. Right? Come on out. I don't think I missed anything. I think we were even. Find that lovely little windshield wiper. So I love to call myself out in lines, right? In lines. So in the grocery store or at Lowe's or something like that. I always find myself telling myself this silly story, like, you always pick the wrong line, right? And I get irritated that the line is long and that there are only 2 cashiers and whatever. And I have to stop myself and recognize that that's a choice. I can feel grumpy and ungrateful, or I can stop and find the opposite sensation, right? Aren't I fortunate that I'm able to buy food? Yeah, simple but true. Take a breath and just kind of think about that a little bit, where we can bring more feeling, more awareness to our daily life and notice our thoughts. And if and when we need to bring the opposite, bringing ease to tension. One more breath. Sigh that breath out. Ah. Excellent job. So we're gonna heel toe those feet out nice and wide, and come towards the edge of your chair, but hang on if you're feeling particularly wobbly or off balance. The toes are gonna go out, bring this kind of like a goddess stance. I'm gonna use the backs of the hands to open up the hips and the thighs just a little more. Chin in, belly in, head over heart, heart over belly. Drop those shoulders. Really feel like your underarms are pulling down, 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 down. One more big breath. So feeling that wonderful, those adductors, those inner thighs, and then that sense of abduction moving away from your core. One more big breath. So you have options here. You can keep your arms where they are, and I want you just to use gravity. Teeter, teeter, teeter. Right? I'm going really slowly. And again, my head is not leading the way. I'm lifting my ribs from my waistline, and I'm letting myself kind of curve to the side. Your option here, right, is to, again, take that arm up and over, bicep by your ear, or bend your elbow and really roll your right rib cage towards the front, towards your heart. Pull your navel back, chin in, rest your head in that hand, or your arm is to the sky, or both arms are on the legs. So we're in a little bit of kind of a mixed posture here. Little sensation of our extended side angle, but the legs aren't quite in position. So really fill that right rib cage, pull the navel to the spine, come on up, drop that left hand, reset, open up. And then again, lift the ribs from the waistline, drop your shoulders, let gravity kind of take you straight, strong arms, head in line with the spine. Keep that right knee from spilling in. You got it. You can stay here, or you can slowly start to raise that right arm to the sky. You can stay here. You could bring your bicep by your ear and then move that left rib cage forward, looking up if you can to the sky. If it doesn't feel good in your neck, don't do it. Maybe you bend your elbow, really open yourself up, chin in, shine that heart forward, shine that commitment to finding the balance, the ease where there is tension. Use core strength to slowly lift yourself up and out. Heel toe those feet, right, level with your hips. My elbows are out to the side. I'm just pushing my head into my fingertips. I'm not pulling my hands on my head. Chin is in, right, that magic tennis ball width, navel to the spine. I want you to lift your right knee. And one more time, little side bend to the right. We're going to do this 4 times. Just a little side crunch. Lift the knee to the elbow to the knee. Yeah, how about one more? Ooh, nice. Lift that left knee, side bend. Ribs away from the waistline. Knee and elbow, as much movement, right? Equal movement, I should say. Why are we doing this? Strength in the core for balance. Good. And pause. Exhale, hinge from your hip, like a little forward fold, half a forward fold. Maybe you stop here, elbows of your thighs, especially if you have any active inflammation in your low back or active osteoporosis. I want you to stop here. If you're safe and fine, your spine is good to go, fold all the way down, chin towards your chest, hands down, crown of the head towards the earth. Can you sigh the breath out? Stay here. If you're all the way down, I want you to take your hands away from the floor, bend your elbows, and hold on to opposite forearms, and just kind of swing in a little figure 8 shape. If you're in half a forward fold and your elbows on your thighs, just gently rock, right? Like a little half moon, a little smiley face. Just kind of dip right and left, drop your shoulder, lift your hips. It's just a little sway side to side, whether you're on your thighs or you're hanging in rag doll. We're going to pause, hands to shin or hands to thighs. Ardha Uttanasana, half a forward fold. So if you're on your thighs, just lift your spine, pull your shoulders back. If your hands are on the floor, your hands are on your shins here. Half a forward fold. Press that navel back. Inhale, lift all the way up, arms up, overhead mountain pose. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Lift that right knee. Flex your right foot so your right ankle is directly underneath your knee. Ekapada from the chair. And then extend, levitating sage from the chair. So your leg doesn't have to be all the way out 90 degrees or perpendicular. But you could drop it down. You could use the chair to support you, or your toes could be on the ground. One more big breath. Stiram Sukham Asanam. Find the ease in the pose. Yes, float those arms down. Half a forward fold, right? Stopping at your thighs, or all the way down to the ground. Inhale, exhale. Lift the heart, half a forward fold, hands on the ground, hands on the shins, or elbows on your thighs. Pull that navel space back, hard core, right? Really protect your core, lift those arms up, overhead mountain pose. Pause, spin the pinkies in, lift your left ankle underneath that left knee. Ekapada from the chair, relax your shoulders. Maybe levitating sage all the way straight up. Try not to lean forward or back. If you're doing any of those things, lower your leg, let the chair support you, or put your heel on the ground. Smile, smile, smile. Keep it friendly. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Hands down. Just pause, right? Catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes. Nice. So before we get up out of our chair, we did this a couple weeks ago, working on strength. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see. I want all of y'all to come towards the very edge of your chair. Pull your navel to your spine. Have your hands on the chair for safety. Engage the feet. You're just going to lift and lower, but we're going to lift, hold, 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 and lower down. Try not to come crashing down. Right? Can you be in control? You don't have to go very high. And eventually, if you wanted to, take your hands away from the chair. Woo. Get most of the weight in your heels, please, to protect your knees. So you're either holding on to the chair for balance, or those arms are down behind you. Most of the weight is in the heels, navel to the spine. See if you can hold up on top. 1, 2, 3. Sit down one more time. Lift and hold. 1, 2, 3. See if you can stay here. Utkatasana. Maybe you bring your arms, biceps by your ears. Pull your navel back, weights in the heels, booty back. One more big breath. Press into the feet and rise. Woo! Drop the arms down. Give it a shake. So, something else we've done in the past called palm tree pose. If you're concerned about your balance, I want you to stay here. Hold on to the chair. Come up onto your tippy toes. Your heels are off the ground. One arm out nice and wide, and the fingers laying like a high five. So you're here. Maybe let go once or twice of the chair. Or if you feel pretty secure in your balance, both arms out, walk around, little side to side, like a little monster walk. Palm tree pose. Walk around your chair or walk around wherever you can. And then pattern interruption. Walk the other way. Or maybe you walk side to side. Move in a different way. For one more round, right? Move in a different way. Maybe you walk backwards. I don't know. Pattern interruption. Whew. Beautiful. Slowly come on down. Yes. So we're going to take our right foot on top of the chair. Right foot on top of the chair. Ankle underneath the knee. We're going to move the rib cage. Belly, rib, and eyes to the right. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Hang on to maybe left hand on the chair, the back of your chair, right hand maybe on your hip, and that's enough. Right? Or you might take your right arm out, squeeze those inner thighs together, and then maybe your left arm out, or Rita twisting lunge, twisting high lunge. Roll the shoulders back. If both arms are off the chair, roll the shoulders back so your palms are lifting to the sky. You got it. So together, we're going to try this. Left hand down on the chair, right hand on your hip, and then slowly start to extend your right leg. So the leg is mostly straight. We don't want to hyper extend. We don't want to drop that knee down. So a little tiny micro bend in the knee, kind of scissor those inner thighs together. Left hand is on the chair, right hand is on your hip. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe look forward. And you don't need to look at me. Look forward. Leaning ever so slightly forward. Flex the your right toes rather. See if you want to move your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Now, this is a huge shift in your balance. So if that doesn't feel safe, don't do it, right? Keep it friendly, keep it safe. Move the belly, move the ribs to the right. Squeeze the inner thighs. See if you can now start to slide forward towards, that left ankle, wobble, wobble, or the right ankle, sorry. Wobble, wobble, wobble. So you could hang on to your chair, do the same thing, or just hold on to the back of the chair and dip forward, squeeze, 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 squeeze the inner thighs, move that left rib cage up towards the sky, towards the right. Maybe your right arm goes to the sky, Parita Trikonasana, your twisting triangle. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, wherever your arm is, if it's up in the sky, or on your hip, or behind your back. Try not to let that right hip pop forward, squeeze everything to the midline. One more big breath. First, if your arm is in the sky, right arm to your hip. Second, look to your foot if you haven't already. Bend your right knee. Slide it back, stable. Slide your left hand up. Whew, yeah? Lift that foot off of the chair, Ikapada. Maybe you lift both arms off of the sky, up to the sky. Did you see me wobble? So it happens, right? Maybe one hand stays on the chair. So maybe the leg that's up is your right leg. Maybe your right arm is in the sky. See if you want to come to levitating sage. I don't know. Both arms up, one arm up. Maybe the heel stays on the chair. I don't know. You prepped for this. You got this. One more breath. Woo, foot down, hands down. Now, take this right knee to meet your left knee. See if you can hold on to your right foot. Put a little bend in your standing leg. Flex your right foot. Press that foot to the end. So here is another opportunity for your strap. If you can't reach for your foot, I want you to take a second and loop that strap around the front of your ankle or your shin and hold on to the tail ends of your strap. So wherever you are, push that foot into your hand or into your strap. Start to open the chest, look forward. Right? You can stay here, or if you feel like you want to try balance, lift your left hand away from the back of your chair. Natarajanasana, dancer pose. Lift your heart. Push, push, push. Foot into hand. Excellent balance, everybody. Breathe. Stiram Sukham Asana. Keep it friendly. Hand down. Left hand down. Release your right hand or release the strap and slowly let that foot drop. Ooh, palm tree. Or not. Maybe you just come up on your tippy toes and stay with your left hand on the chair, or you walk around, big monster pose. Move it around, pattern interruption. Maybe even swing your arms a little bit this time. Have fun with it. Woo. Yeah. Pause when you come to the left side of your chair. Right hand on the chair, left foot on the chair. And adjust. So notice, so if I'm here, right, my knee is spilling over my ankle, it's not favorable to the joint. So make sure the knee is over your ankle. The right hand is holding on to the chair, left hand on the hip. Look forward. Now check what's happening in your right leg. And try not to collapse into your right leg or tilt, teeter, and try to get nice and square. So the hips are facing forward, your shoulders are facing forward, Right, move your belly, ribs, and then eyes to the left. Keep your left knee moving in towards the midline, towards your belly button. Maybe your right hand reaches to the other side of your chair. Maybe your right hand comes to the outside of your left leg. Squeeze in. Maybe your left arm goes behind your left shoulder. Try not to lock out that right leg. You can keep the leg straight, but please don't lock it out. Relax the shoulder, turn the palm up. Drag that shoulder, head of the shoulder in. Maybe you bring both arms up. I don't know. Looking over that left shoulder if it feels safe. If not, right, eyes center or eyes looking down your right palm. Breathe. Ha, ha, ha. Twisting lunge. Soften what you can. Feel the arms. This is good for the upper body strength. Lift those ribs, lift the crown of the head. Get long, 2 more breaths. All right, we're going to go in stages. Don't get crazy. Bring that right hand down, left hand to your hip. If your eyes were turned, bring your eyes forward towards the right and ever so gently start to slide your left leg out. Again, we don't want to hold that kneecap down. Keep it a minor bend in both knees if you can. Press the hips down. Oof. So one more time, belly, rib, eyes towards the left. So open yourself up to that twist. And you can stay here. You could, if you feel safe, bring your right hand to your shin. Start to slide yourself down. If this doesn't feel safe, right, just take your right hand, slide it down to the right side of your chair. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Right rib cage rotates. Chin in, head back. Squeeze, so we don't want that left hip popping forward. Squeeze everything into the midline. I'm going to hop my right foot forward just a little bit. And really rotate. Twisting triangle. Maybe that left arm goes to the sky and I really revolve. Maybe I look up if it feels safe. Keep it friendly, yes. Smile, smile, smile. Eyes can be up, eyes can be forward, or eyes can be down. 2 more breaths. Open that chest, really open your heart wherever you are. Take your time, eyes down, left hand to your hip. Bend your left knee, slide that left foot back to stability, right hand back up. So we're facing the right. Lift that left foot off of the chair. Hand on hip, hand on chair, or maybe your left arm in the sky, right hand on the chair, or maybe both arms to the sky. Spin the pinkies in. Ikapada. We've been here before. So see what you want to do. Maybe you put your hand down first. Kick through, find levitating sage. Lift that leg. Your leg doesn't have to be as high as mine. Maybe both hands to the sky. Maybe you rest your leg on your chair where it's just a little lower. Can you hold it for 3, 2, smile, smile, smile. Find the ease. Everything is shaking. I know. Hands down, foot down, hand to hip. Step off that chair. Ooh, bring some life into your hip flexors. Yeah, I know we're not done, but give a little stretch first. Yes. Sorry about that. I was getting a little cramp. So when you're ready, you will take that left knee. Maybe you need your strap again, right? Hold on to the ankle or the strap. Really flex that foot. I want you to push the foot into the hand to naturally kind of open up that rectus femoris, the top of your quadricep. Right? Looking forward, push, pull simultaneously, lift up. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you take your right hand away from the chair. Lift your heart, drop your shoulders. Find that hip opener, find that back bend. 2 more breaths. Woo! Hand down. Try not to fly out of your shape. But release your hand, release your foot or the strap. Let that strap go. And hands will go to the hips. Feet about hip width apart. Push down into your pelvis and roll really slowly. Yes, bend those knees. Roll forward, maybe in a clockwise direction, and then we're going to roll counterclockwise. Ooh, hip hop. So as deep or as shallow as you want to go. You can stay up a little higher. I'm getting into my glutes and quads a little bit, getting a little lower. You choose. Yeah, we'll slowly come on up. Find your chair. Feet hip width apart. Close down the eyes for just a moment. Maybe even bring your hands into Anjali, right palm receiving left, left receiving right, in a balance of opposites that heals all opposites. Feel right and left coming together in the center. Maybe close down the eyes. And just take a little scan. See what's talking to you. Like for me, my hip flexors, especially that right side and the outside of my right hip, is really feeling those standing balance postures. And that's okay, right? Just breathe into that space. Breathe into whatever is capturing your attention. Smile to it, right? Keep it friendly. Thank it for your awareness. Good. And then we're going to release the hands. I'm going to come, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. We're going to take a little bit of a modified camel pose. So I'm going to turn to the side. You can stay where you are. I'm going to go way, way, way off to the edge, as far as I feel safe without falling off the edge. I'm going to take my hands behind, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull the belly button towards the spine. I'm going to imagine I have a big rope right in the center where those palms were, right at the sternum. I'm going to lift the heart up and then forward, right? Keeping my belly back, my shoulders out of the picture. Lift the heart up one more time and forward, chin in. Find that magic gripping of the tennis ball. And then I'm going to give myself permission to drop my head back just a little bit. The chin will move away, yes, from your chest a little bit. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Just check in if this is safe for your neck. Keep pulling that navel in. Keep squeezing the heart up and forward, shoulder blades together, shoulders down, underarms down. Ustrasana. Camel pose, chin in, even if the head is back. One more big breath. All right, if the head is dropped back, really engage. Chin in, start to lift the head level with the spine. Pull the belly back, heart back. Carefully, right, hands to chair, hands to thigh, whatever it takes. Move yourself all the way back into your seat. Good. Few more breaths, just sitting back. Good posture though. Pull the navel back, chin in, head over heart, heart over belly. Trying still just to lift the ribs, like be as long as you can in your spine. Good, and now I'm going to invite us to slide. Our palms are going to face up. We're going to slide our left, and now I'm not going to mirror you, so this might look weird, but just hear my words. You're going to slide the back of your left hand into your right palm. So your palms are stacked, but both palms are up, and the left hand is on top. And you're just going to touch your thumb tips together. Yeah, so I'm going to come forward. It looks like this, and just mind you that I'm not mirroring you right now. Here's what this looks like. It's called Buddha's bowl. Right? You maybe have seen this position in statues of the Buddha and other creatures, maybe in meditation. So it's just a little scoop. Palms are up, softly touching the tips of the thumbs together. And traditionally, women, left hand is on top. That's why I'm not mirroring you. Maybe close down the eyes and put a little smile on your face, right? Turn the corners of your lips upward, and just relax your fingers, right? Stay in this shape of abundance and ease, right? Don't overthink it, just be soft. Let the fingers do what they will. Maybe they splay a little bit. And just notice, right? Any awareness that you feel in your fingers or in your palms. Can you find now awareness in your breath? Can you feel your belly, like big Buddha belly, swelling on your inhale and contracting on the exhale? Joyous abundance. How fortunate we are. See yourself, right? Maybe close down the eyes if you haven't done so already. Kind of see yourself moving through your day. Right? See what is happening next, and then, right? Without tail spinning into a story, looking at your day less of a have to, but isn't it wonderful that I have the opportunity, or I get to do X, Y, and Z? And can I infuse this feeling right into that next task, or that next I get to, right? Keeping that concept of stiram sukham asanam, bringing ease if resistance or tension arises. Can you soften your jaw here, let the teeth gently separate, maybe the tongue falls to the floor of the mouth or in between the teeth. And breathing in, and breathing out. I am ease. And breathing in, ease, and breathing out, abundance, whatever feels good. Allow the eyes to slowly roll back in their sockets, keeping the corners of the mouth turned upward, following the flow of your inhalation and your exhalation with ease. I am at ease. So you are welcome to stay here and not move a thing and continue your meditation for as long as you desire this morning. If you feel like wrapping it up with me, bringing hands together, right palm receiving left, left receiving right, in the balance of opposites that heals all opposites, right? You're staying in meditation, or you're sealing your practice by lifting your heart to your head to your heart, as I bow in honor the one who is at ease in me, which bows and honors to the one who is at ease in each and every one of you. In this space, we remain one. Namaste, everyone.